man will spend the rest of his life in prison for a deadly shooting in western North Carolina. A jury in McDowell County found Jeffrey Higgins guilty of murder in late May for the death of Jimmy Cool. He was found shot to death in Marion in November of 2023.
Deputies with the McDowell County Sheriff's Office responded to Fairview Road in Marion for a disturbance resulting in a shooting.
Breaking news out of McDowell County, deputies say Jeffrey Higgins has been charged with murder.
Murder in Marion, Episode 5. You already know what it is. Let's get it, big dog. In 2023, McDowell County had a total crime count of 2,183 with 59 violent crimes. In 2024, a total of 13 McDowell County residents visited the hospital due to firearm injury. 88% of homicides and 65% of suicides in the past 10 years involved a firearm. And in McDowell County, 71% of all homicide deaths involved an argument. The most common violent crimes were aggravated assault and rape, and mostly white men get killed the most. And before this crime was committed I'm fitting to talk about, violent crime in McDowell County had decreased by 27% in the past year. Now that we got that out the way, let's get back to the story. The events that led to the murder began when Jimmy got into an argument with another person at a residence off of Fairview Road in Marion. The individual called Higgins for a ride. Higgins arrived at the house and began arguing with Jimmy. Higgins and Jimmy had never met prior to that day. Higgins and the other individual eventually left the residence, according to the district attorney's office. So what happened? Hold up, I got you. 3 days later, Jimmy was at the same Fairview Road residence when he began arguing with the person he was first arguing with. The individual again called Higgins for a ride. Higgins arrived a few minutes later armed with a 9mm handgun. Higgins drove by and yelled at Jimmy. Jimmy walked to Higgins' truck. The scene was caught on a home security camera, the district attorney's office said. Cool approached the passenger side of Higgins' truck and began arguing with the passenger. Higgins began to yell at Jimmy. Jimmy then walked around to the driver's side of Higgins' truck. Higgins pulled out his gun and shot at Jimmy twice. He missed with the first shot, but the second shot hit Jimmy in the back top right of his shoulder. The point of impact and path of the bullet indicated that Jimmy was ducking and turning away when he was hit. The bullet traveled through Jimmy's shoulder, into his chest, and through his heart and lungs. He took a few steps and collapsed into the ditch on the side of the road.
Earlier today, deputies were called to Fairview Road in Marion for a shooting. When they arrived, deputies say they found a man shot. He later died. After an investigation, deputies say Higgins was taken into custody. He is being held without bond tonight.
Jeffrey Allen Higgins sat in trial for 2 weeks and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole exactly 560 days after he murdered Jimmy Cool. 2 families are absolutely destroyed, but at least one gets to see their loved one again. Let me know what y'all think. Thank you guys for watching, and always remember, make money, dodge drama, and live life. Stay safe.